Hi, it's Tom from Lone Horizons, and welcome back to Dungeon Crawl Classics Dyson's Delve, the solo campaign. Last time, we all leveled up apart from Maldivius. All the characters reached level 2 in that fight with the ghouls. And before we get on and carry on searching the alcoves and also checking out that secret room there, because we found the door last time before being attacked, we are going to level everyone up. So it's pretty simple for most of the characters, some more than others. Let's see, we're just going to go through each one and roll a few dice, basically. Now everyone is going to get a new hit die roll for their hit points, modified by their stamina. Oh, that's interesting. Groban's stamina is currently 6 out of 8 because of Spellburn. Is his modifier lower than -1 now? Let me check on my digital GM screen. 6, it's still -1. Okay, so that's like not applicable anyway. Doesn't matter. If it was lower, I think we would just go with his normal modifier anyway. Just like we do in other situations. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Now, this is something I mentioned many episodes ago, back in Through the Mists of Time, but it's something that John from the Tale of the Manticore solo D&D podcast does when he levels up each character. Basically, he rolls a d6 for each characteristic, and if he rolls a 6, he adds 1 to it on that level up. And it's not from the Dungeon Crawl Classics rules, it's not from D&D rules, it's just something, I think he got it from another podcast. I'm not sure which one, I can't remember, but it's a nice idea. And especially because we've got hardly any positive modifiers in our party. I just think it would be nice to give them a little bonus, because the odds are so stacked against them in this campaign anyway. So if we go through them, let's see. Groban the wizard, leveling up to level 2. I think his hit die is d4. Let's check that. Remember last time I spent a while looking for where their hit dice are listed, and it's only in the book itself. Let's see. Yeah, 1d4 hit points at each level, modified by his stamina, of course. So let's roll through his hit points first, and then we'll do the ability, the characteristics, or whatever they're called, d6 roll after. Okay, so his stamina modifier is -1. He gets 2 hit points to his total. So his hit points are 9, his maximum is going to be 11, which of course includes 6 from his familiar, Myrtle the turtle. Now I'm not going to heal him up to 11, I've decided. It doesn't mention it in the rules, but you know, we're not playing like Diablo 2 or whatever, or a computer game. You know, this is a hardcore old school tabletop RPG. So I'm not going to magically heal them when they level up. So also we have to put his level up to 2, and his title, astrologist, is going to change, isn't it? So let's look that up. Let me see, where is wizard on my screen? Here it is. Title, wizard titles. Neutral level 2 wizard is an enchanter. Groban the enchanter is what he would be known as, like Tim the enchanter. Here we go. I was going to sharpen this pencil. The Blackwing pencil is getting shorter and shorter as we go through the series, and I only use this when I'm shooting videos for Lone Horizons. I don't use this when I'm just playing RPGs by myself. Okay, and the XP threshold is going to rise to 110. That's what he needs to reach level 3. So he's now on 53 out of 110. That is okay. What else happens before we do the D6 rolls? He gets an attack bonus of +1, which is really nice. So what is his attack bonus? It is -2. Okay, so it's now -1 for his normal standard attack bonus. And so his melee attack is now going to be -1 instead of -2. And his missile attack is now going to be +0 or plus or minus 0. Whoops. That looks like a 4 now. +0. There we go. All right. He doesn't do any different damage because that's just the attack bonus. All right. That is good. That's pretty good. What else? So his action die stays at a d20. He gets to know one more spell of level 1 maximum. But in Dungeon Crawl Classics, spells don't magically appear in wizards' minds once they level up and have the ability to memorize more spells or learn more spells. What happens is spells have to be found in the world. You will have to go on a quest to find one. If there might be a specific spell you want to learn, you will have to research where in the world that spell could be, and it may be in a long forgotten tomb of an ancient wizard who had himself buried with his grimoire clutched in his skeletal hands, and you might have to travel to that tomb and steal it from the tomb with the help of your thief or whatever to get you in there. Or you might have to track down a sage who lives in a certain city or in a tower somewhere in the wilderness and do a quest for him or pay him or her to teach you the spell. So for now, he's gonna stick with the same lot of spells, and we know that we can learn one extra one. So we will bear that in mind as we go forward. I think for his spell check, doesn't he add his level, spellcaster level, to his spell check as well? Let's see. Magic. Where is it? Yeah, it's usually 1d20 plus intelligence modifier plus caster level. Okay, so that's good. He gets +1 to his spell check. So his base spell check is now 1d20 plus 2. Oh, sorry, plus 3. And if he casts a spell through Myrtle the Turtle, he gets a +4 bonus to his spell check. So that's really good, actually. And then got the check bit down here, so I'll just put 1d20 plus 3. Okay, so I think that is everything done for him. Oh no, his saving throws. So at level 2, he gets +1 to his reflex saving throw, which is currently 0, so that's good. That helps him out. And he gets nothing to his fortitude save, but he gets +1 to his will save, so that is now +2. Great. All right, and with that done, let's do these dice rolls for his stats. So we'll just do them one by one. If we get a 6, we add 1. So straight, because bear in mind, we're not going to reach level 20 or something by the time we finish Dyson's Delve. The final level is level 11, and that is for level 5 to 6 characters. And I think, well, let's see, these the level advancement table in the rulebook goes up to level 10. But level 5, level 6, I think in original D&D was pretty much maximum level that players would ever reach, and then they would retire their characters to become high-level NPCs for use in their campaign world. So yeah, it's not gonna go crazy. He might not even get any 6s. So let's go through it. Strength, 3, nothing. Agility, 4, no. Stamina, 5, no. Personality, 3, no. Luck, 5, nope. Intelligence, this is the important one for him. This would be great if he gets this. 6! That is great. We're off to a really good start. Okay, so his intelligence goes from 14 to 15. Let's just see what that means. It's still a +1 bonus. Okay, that's fine. So 14 to 15. But that is good because he's on his way to getting a +2 bonus. If he gets up to 16, yeah, he gets a +2 bonus. If he gets it up to 17, then he gets an extra spell, which is really good. Very nice. Okay. So that's that dealt with. He is leveled up. Oh, where's his level? Yeah, I have written 2 there. Good. Okay, just wanted to check that. So that's Groban the Wizard done. All right. Orsiet, the Cleric. Let's do her hit die roll first. Let's see, what is her hit? I should have checked what all their hit dice were before starting the video so I wouldn't have to look it up. 1d8, okay. 1d8 modified by stamina, which is +1, that's good. Her current hit points are 10. Oh dear, 1. Okay, so that is going to be +2 hit points, unfortunately. So she goes up to a maximum of 12 now. And actually, she currently has disapproval, right, from Klazath, God of War. Today, she gets -1 to all her rolls. So, you know what? As she rolled a 1, I'm gonna just say we'll read it as 1. I'm gonna make that ruling as the GM. Or the judge, as they call it in this, and we're gonna go with that, because if I was GMing this for a group and someone rolled a 1 and they had the disapproval thing and it was going to be 0, I would just be kind to them. So that's what I'm going to do to Orsiet. Okay, so she goes up to level 2. Her XP is now 53 out of 110 to get to level 3. She is no longer an acolyte. What is she now? Let's see. She is now a Heathen Slayer. That's great. That's a great title. Heathen Slayer Orsiet of Klazath. Well, she's slain quite a few heathens in this campaign. Have any of you heard the David Bowie album Heathen? It's really, really good. If you haven't, just go on whatever streaming service you use after this video and put it on. It's a really good album. Unless you hate David Bowie, in which case don't. Don't complain to me after. Anyway, so what happens now? Let's check her bonuses that she gets for being level 2. So she gets +1 to her attack bonus. Which is currently +0. Wow. Why is she on... Oh, so yeah, at level 1, a cleric does have a +0 attack bonus. And she doesn't have a strength modifier at all, so her attack bonus is +0, yeah. Alright, so it's now +1. That's good. Oh, one thing I forgot actually to check with Groban is, does his critical hits thing change at all? Do the rules for his criticals change? Because that's vitally important, isn't it? Crit die and table, it's the same for Groban. He rolls 1d6 on table 1. Okay, at least we remembered to check. Okay, so that's her attack bonus done. So now her melee attack and missile attack will both be +1. And because she hasn't been very good in combat so far, that should help her out a bit with that, shouldn't it? Right, so at level 2, her criticals stay the same. She rolls 1d8 on table 3. Her action die stays at 1d20. She gets +1 level 1 spell. So she can have 5 spells. That's interesting. Now, with cleric spells, divine magic, do they work the same way in this as wizard spells? Magic. Yeah, let's see. A cleric has access to the spells of their god as noted on table 1 to 5. here. So it just says spells known by level. So they know 5 spells. Maybe she gets to choose one. Oh, maybe it means she gets to memorize 5 spells each day. Because right now, she's got Food of the Gods, Detect Evil, Holy Sanctuary, and Resist Cold and Heat. Cleric spells, spell table 128. Well, it's not very clear. I think, well, in D&D and other OSR games, clerics get to choose to memorize a certain number of spells from the list of divine spells. And I think we're just going to go with that. So right now she's got 4 spells memorized, but when they go home from the dungeon after this expedition, she will be able to memorize 1 extra one, overnight. If she kind of prays on it, if she prays for that, for guidance and help from Klazath. So we're gonna go with that, just because it makes the most sense based on the rules in D&D and other games. Okay, so her saving throws, her reflex save doesn't change. Her fortitude save goes up by 1, so that's +3. That's a really good one. Really good bonus for that. And her will save goes up by +1, so that is now +2. Oh, and I've just noticed something actually. Her star sign gives her +2 hit points per level. That is amazing. So she actually has 14 maximum hit points. Whoops. That's really good. All right. Okay, so that's the reflex saves, the saving throws done. So all that's left is to do these dice rolls for her characteristics. Oh, her spell check, actually, that's listed here. So that's now going to be D20 +2. I will double check that just to make sure. But I think that's how it works. Wizard, dwarf, cleric comes first, actually. They're just sort of in a random order, I think. In here, they're not alphabetical or something. Spell check, magic, yeah. Personality modifier and caster level. So her spell check is now 1d20 +2, which is good, because she has no personality modifier. Okay, now let's do her characteristics. Strength, no. Agility, no. Stamina, no. Personality, she keeps rolling once. Oh, no, almost. That was close, that would have been good. Luck, no. Intelligence, no, that was like 4 ones or something. Oh, turn unholy check, d20 +3. Is that going to change because of leveling up? Turning unholy. Let's see. A turn check is mechanically similar to a spell check, except that luck matters. D20 is rolled and added to the cleric's caster level. The cleric's personality and luck modifiers are also included. Okay, so that means, because she has a +1 from her level, when she was level 1, and she has +2 from her luck modifier, but nothing from her personality modifier. So it's actually going to now be +4. So that was lucky. I checked that. I would have forgotten that in the heat of battle. Okay, that is good. So that might make it easier if we encounter more ghouls in these tombs. That might make it a bit easier for her to turn them. Right, so Maldivius the warrior, he is on 38 out of 50 XP, so he's not leveling up today. Heaver the thief. Let's do her. Firstly, I'll just change her to level 2 and change this to 110 XP. And in case you've forgotten what that means, in like how I'm making sure that they reach the right levels for the levels of the dungeon. Level 3 is meant for level 2 characters. Level 4 is meant for level 2 characters as well. And level 5 is meant for level 3 characters. So this means what I'll do is I'll check how much XP I've given to the encounters that I haven't had yet on level 3. And then I will work out how much XP they need to reach character level 3, and then distribute that much XP between the encounters on level 4, so that then when they finish level 4, they should be roughly leveled up to level 3, ready to take on level 5. When we have wandering monster encounters, or any encounters that happen outside the dungeon, I just award 1 to 4 XP based on the normal rules from Dungeon Crawl Classics. So they're kind of like bonus XP that might get them to level up a bit quicker. Okay, so going back to Hiva, let's find her table in my screen. So yeah, at level 2, what is her... Oh, I don't have the titles. The alignment titles listed here. I'm going to have to find it here in the book. What is she? She is chaotic. So level 2, she's going to be called murderer. She is now a murderer, a professional murderer instead of a thug. Okay, she's level 2, blah blah blah, got the XP written down. So her attack bonus goes up by 1, so that gives her a +1 attack bonus. Oh, actually, wait, no. That's not right. For some reason, I left the attack bonus blank, the main attack bonus bit on the sheet. So that should actually be +2 now. But it gets modified negatively when she's doing a melee attack by her strength modifier, which is -3. So that means her melee attack will now be only -1 instead of -2. Okay. But her missile attack will be now +2. Right. There we go. Now, that's that done. Criticals. This actually changes for her. So she used to roll 1d10 on table 2 for crits. She now rolls 1d12 on table 2. So crit die 1d12. By the way, I love the critical hits tables in this game, and I think if I was playing a different OSR game, I would use them instead of whatever that has, like just doing maximum damage or nothing at all. Like basic fantasy RPG, which I play in a group, that doesn't even have criticals. I think if you roll a natural 20, it means you always hit, but you don't get extra damage or anything. But that's not up to me, it's up to the GM of that game that we're playing. So action die stays at 1d20. Her luck die changes from a d3 to a d4. So remember from last time, when she burns luck, instead of just burning it point by point, she rolls a die to see how many points get added. So luck. Let's see. Is that even listed on here? It doesn't say luck die anywhere. I'm just going to have to write it on here. Okay, notes. Luck die. 1d4. Okay. Right. And then her saving throws. Reflex is +1. So that goes up to +3. And fortitude goes up to by 1 to +2. Will save doesn't change. Okay, well, I've printed the critical tables and stuck them on the back of the character sheets before. So with that done, I think I need to look up her skills. Here we go, skill bonuses by level. And this is different depending on their alignment. So here we go. This is a bit more involved than leveling up the other characters. Oh, there's the luck die. Someone was probably shouting at the screen, saying it's right there, you idiot. And probably already left an angry comment, which you can now... Well, no one leaves angry comments like that, actually. That's silly to say that. But if you did leave a helpful comment explaining it, you can now delete that, thanks. There we go. So luck die D4. All right, so backstab. She gets... Wow. +5. Oh, wait, hang on. It starts... At level 1, the backstab bonus is +3. At level 2, the backstab bonus is +5. I don't think I add 5 to 3 and get 8. I think I just change it to 5. I think that makes more sense. So backstab is +3. Sneak silently is +5. Okay, instead of +4. Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense for your sneak silently skill roll to go from like a bonus of +4 to a bonus of +9 at level 2. Like, that would be insane. You'd just never fail. Right, hide in shadows. What is that? That's +3. Oh, wait. But do you add your agility modifier to this? Oh, it's confusing. If I mess this up now, I'll be playing with like -1 to all her skills, and it won't be fair on her. Thieving skills. They add their modifier. Yeah, they roll a d20, add their modifier. Must beat a DC. The thief receives a bonus to their skills based on level and alignment. Oh, it sounds like it's not like it's independent of their agility. Is that right? Should she add like +1 to that, or +2 from her level? I don't think she does. I don't think she does, because it doesn't say that here. Okay. So we're going to go with no. So sneak silently is +5. Hide in shadows is +3. Pickpocket is +1. Ah, that's interesting. I've got +1 written there, but it should be at level 1. It should be 0. Hang on. But there's a little star there in the table, and it says the thief's agility modifier, if any, also modifies checks for these skills. Okay, so that's why it's different on here. So sneak silently has that as well. So it should be 6 instead of 5. See, I'm still learning, even after 32 sessions of playing this. I think that's what we're up to, 33 right now. I am still learning, okay? So backstab doesn't get the agility bonus. Hide in shadows does get it, so it's actually +4. And then pickpocket, that gets it as well, and that makes it +2 for pickpocket. Don't know if we'll ever use that really. Climb sheer surfaces, that gets it as well, and that goes up to +3, so that's actually +4. Picklock, that gets it, so that's +4 as well. Find trap, that is modified by the intelligence modifier, which is -1. So that is actually +2 now. Okay. Disable trap, that is agility, and that is +1. So it's +1 from the skill, and then +1 from the modifier. So that's now hang on, +2. Oops. Forge document, as if we're ever going to do that here. That gains from agility, but it gets nothing added to it, so it stays at +1. Disguise self, that is the personality modifier, which is nothing. So that goes to +5. She could try disguising herself as, like, say we meet like a group of zombies or something. If she tried disguising herself as a zombie to look like one of them. There was that bit in the Walking Dead TV show where they realize they can like smear zombie blood and guts all over themselves and walk through crowds of zombies. And then they only did it that one time and never used that trick again, which is typical of a TV show, right? Read languages, just +0, so that stays at -1. That is the intelligence modifier, I think, doing the -1, yeah. Handle poison goes to +5. You would think that would get the agility bonus added to it, but it doesn't. And then cast spell from scroll, that uses the intelligence modifier, so that stays at a d10 -1. Okay, so I think that is everything done for her, and we just need to do the rolls for the characteristic rolls. Okay, so strength, no. Agility, 6. She got a +1 to her agility. That is amazing. That's what we want for a thief. Okay, so her agility goes up to 14, and let's just see. I don't think that modifier will change based on that. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Okay, stamina. We could even get more 6s here. 6. Oh, I haven't done her hit points, have I? But yeah, stamina will increase by 1. So the modifier doesn't change for that at 10. She still doesn't have a modifier, but that's pretty good anyway. Personality. I'll do her hit points last then. Personality. Another 6. This is great. She's really lucky, isn't she? Even though her luck has gone down to 0 from burning it all. So personality goes to 13, and she does get a +1 bonus from that. So I think, wasn't there like disguise self or something gets a uses the modifier from that, so we might have to look that up. Luck, another 6. I can't believe it. So that's 11 luck. Wow. 11, she doesn't get a modifier for that, but wow, that is amazing. And then intelligence, 5. Okay, well that was great. She got three increases. She basically got the increases that the others were supposed to get. Let's just check her skill table again. What uses personality modifier? Just disguise self. Okay, so disguise self is 5, so that will now be 6. So just to remind you, in this, that these are all the bonuses that they add to a skill check, whatever skill check they're doing. They add this bonus to a d20 roll. All right. So it was just her hit points left to do. I think her hit die is d4. Let's just check. A thief gains 1d6 hit points at each level. Okay. Modified by stamina, which is nothing. 5. That's amazing. So her maximum is 7. So that goes up to 12. Great. That will really help her. Oops. Oh, and one last thing. I did look up, before we started, I looked up in the rules to see if Myrtle the turtle gets to level up as a familiar, and it doesn't mention anything about familiars leveling up. So unfortunately, he is going to be basically the same all the way through the game. But I think that is just because he's not a henchman or something. Is he? He's like he's a turtle. He's a familiar. All right. So do I need to update things on here? I think I do, don't I? Yeah, they're attack bonuses. So I will just quickly do that now, and I'll just skip it. Okay, so those attack bonuses are all updated on my sheet there, my sort of quick reference sheet for combat. Now, where did we get up to last time? We killed the ghouls that attacked us while we were searching this alcove here. We found that secret door. Do we want to search the rest of the alcoves before going through the secret door? Maybe. Let's see. How long have we been here? We've been in the dungeon for 3 hours, and we've got 1 hour of lantern oil left before it goes out. And down here we are using the lantern because this is just a crypt with undead creatures in it. Maldivius has a spare oil flask though, so that's not an issue. The question is, do we want to risk more wandering monster encounters while we search these alcoves? I think we do. I think we want to just see if there's anything in the last 2 alcoves, then we'll methodically come back here and search open the secret door. So I will just quickly get the treasure tables open from the Old School Essentials rulebook on my screen. Okay, so what was it? The alcoves. With a full turn of searching in each alcove, a check for treasure type J or K can be made. 1 to 4 on a D6, it's J, and 5 or 6, it's K. Okay, so let's go to this alcove here, and we will roll 3. So that is treasure type J. Doesn't mean there's definitely treasure there. Let's have a look. J. So we've got a 25% chance of. I'll just roll. Okay. So this is for I'm going to do separate rolls this time. I think that's the best thing to do because that means we might actually get more of them. Let's see. Oh, actually, each treasure, it's got instructions here on what to do for Old School Essentials rules. Each treasure type lists 1 or more types of coins or items. For each entry in the list, if a percentage is given, first roll D100 to see whether this item is present. Okay, blah blah blah. Right, okay. That is fine. So you do roll separately. So like for type J, it says there's a 25% chance of 1d4 times 1,000 copper pieces, and there's a 10% chance of 1d3 times 1,000 silver pieces. And it says to do 2 rolls, 1 for each of those chances. Okay, so I think that might be different to what we did last time off the top of my head. I can't totally remember, but here we go. So on a 1 to 25, there will be the copper pieces here. No. And then on a 1 to 10, we will get the silver pieces. No. Okay. So that is searched. That took about 10 minutes to do. Now the next one, we have to do a wandering monster check. Okay, let's do the search first. So that is treasure type J. Here's the roll for the copper pieces. 37, no. And the roll for the silver pieces. No, nothing. Okay, so that is searched as well. Now we have to roll for wandering monsters because we're on that W turn there. Nothing. Good. All right, we managed to do it. Okay, so next we're going to come back to the secret door. That means we have found 2,000 copper pieces in these alcoves here. Okay. So that is a lot of coins, and after we've gone through the secret door and found out what's in there, we're going to have to think about how we're going to transport that many, because 100 coins equals 1 pip of encumbrance. Remember our encumbrance system that we're using from Old School Essentials, from a zine for Old School Essentials actually. So yeah, we have to bear that in mind. We may need to go back to the village and buy some sacks or something to bring back with us, or even buy a donkey and a cart or something. So anyway, let's check out this secret door here. It's location 3, secret crypt. It doesn't say the door is locked or anything. It says a single undisturbed sarcophagus is in the center of this crypt here. So this is location 3. Okay. Opening it will trigger a blinding flash of light. Save versus paralysis or be blinded for 1d8 turns. Inside is 1,100 silver pieces and a scroll of sleep and protection from evil. So we got 2 new spells there that Groban could choose to learn one of. Sleep is a really good one to have, although it's been nerfed a bit in Dungeon Crawl Classics compared to other games, as we'll see if we get hold of it. All right, so yeah, I think they are going to open it, and they are all going to have to do a saving throw against the blinding flash of light. Okay, so this saving throw, oh god, I've forgotten again, but I think I mentioned about difficulty classes, right? What we would do for them. I think I said something like we will start with a base difficulty number, and then add the dungeon level to that number to get the final difficulty. Okay, let me see. I remember 5 is really easy. 10, DC 10 tasks are a man's deed. Did we say? We didn't say it would be 5. Maybe we did. 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't remember. All right. Let's say, to make this fair, right? How about we roll a D. Let's say we roll a D10. Or should we roll 2d6 to make it less likely that it will be really low or really high? Let's do this. I got to remember this for next time. Whenever we need to come up with a difficulty class for something, we roll 2d6 and then we add the level of the dungeon to it. Okay, that could be risky. Should I say 2d6 or 10? Let's say because once we're on like level 5, that will be +5. I'm gonna say we roll a d10. All right, that's it. It's a d10. It's decided. So we will roll this and then add 3 for dungeon level 3. 10. Okay, so it's a DC 13 saving throw that we got to make. So let's see everyone's. And it's going to be a reflex save because that is save versus paralysis, right? Or be blinded for 1d8 turns. I think that what that says to me is they have to kind of quickly cover their eyes or close their eyes as fast as they can when this flash of light starts to come out of the sarcophagus at the speed of light, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna make a reflex save for that. So it's DC 13, and yeah, I guess we'll just do them one by one with D20s. And we have to remember as well that Orsiet is going to get a -1 to this roll, unfortunately. Okay, so let's say Maldivius, the warrior, he's the one that heaves the stone sarcophagus lid off, and he is going to do this reflex save first. Okay, so he needs to beat 13, 10, 11, 12. No, he is blinded. Okay, and he's blinded for 1d8 turns, and I think that should be different for each of them because they're going to be standing in different places in the room, and so some of them he might get the full blast of it in his face, whereas like Orsiet might not get it so strong. So 1d8 turns. Let's roll for that. How many turns is it going to be? 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Oh wait, we're on this turn here, so I think we have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is when Maldivius. Let's write his name here. I'll just put Mal like that. Well, that is when he is no longer blinded, because remember, we've got wandering monster checks to do and stuff like that. Even if we decide to lead the blinded ones out of the dungeon, we might not. We may run into monsters on the way out. Okay, so that's him. Orsiette, her reflex save is 0, so she needs to roll a 13 or more. Oh, natural 20. That is amazing. Great, so she is fine. She lightning fast shuts her eyes and puts her hand over her eyes as well. Groban, his reflex save is +1. So he fails as well. Okay, how many turns is he blinded for? 3. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3. Groban. I'll just put Grow. Yep. Oh, is it actually, if it's 3 turns, is he blinded for that turn? Maldivius was 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is Maldivius is actually still, is he still blind on that turn? Or does he become unblinded on this turn? I think he's going to be blinded for this current turn, so we will go with him becoming unblinded on the 4th turn after this current turn. Okay, so Groban is unblinded then. They could burn luck for this, but they would burn it permanently, and this is just a temporary blindness, so I don't think it's worth doing that. Heaver's luck does regenerate with time, but she's on 0 now, so she can't anyway. Okay, so Heaver's reflex save is +3. Yes, she makes it, because she rolled a 12 on the die. Okay, so 2 of them are blinded. What can we do about this? Although we have to write down that we've got this magic spell scroll. So Maldivius is blind. Let's say Orsiette picks up the scroll, and she says, well, there's obviously the 2 blinded guys go, I'm blind, I can't see, and start staggering about before their friends catch them and stop them walking into the walls and things. So yeah, Orsiette picks up the scroll and says, well, it looks like some kind of arcane magical writing on here. I think it's a magic spell that's on here. She doesn't know it's 2 spells because she can't read it. So I'll put it in your backpack, Groban, she says. All right, and I'm just going with the rule that he can attempt to learn the spell from that scroll, which I think may need him to do a spell check or something during their downtime, or he can just cast the spell from that scroll and it will just disappear off the scroll. That's up to him. So I think a scroll rolled up is probably going to be 1 point of encumbrance, 1 pip. So his packed encumbrance goes up to 11 out of 14. And let's put I'll just put it here. 1. Oh no, I don't put the pip there, do I? I put it after. So I will put scroll sleep and prot from evil, and 1 encumbrance pip there. Okay, so he has that, and there's also a big pile of silver pieces, 1,100. That's pretty good. But they've got 2 blinded people in their party now that they need to figure out how they're going to help. So Orsiette, I think I read that lay on hands can actually cure blindness. It can cure a specific condition. I was going to open the book, but I've actually got this in front of me on the screen, on my GM screen. Yeah, before rolling their spell check, the cleric may elect to heal a specific condition instead of hit points. Healed dice translate to conditions as noted below. Alright, in this case the target's hit dice or class level do not act as a ceiling. If the cleric heals the indicated dice, the damaging condition is alleviated. Overflow hit dice do not become normal healing, and if the healed dice are too low, there is no effect. Okay, so blindness or deafness is 4 dice. Heal. So in this case, the target's hit dice or class level do not act as a ceiling, right? So I don't think she can actually do it, because to cure blindness she needs to roll 4 dice. But how many dice does she get to roll? Oh, it depends on her spell check. Okay. Well, she may as well try, right? Sorry, I'm talking about stuff that I've got on a screen in front of me that you can't see, but it is going to be on her character sheet as well. Here we go. So it depends on their alignment. So if she wants to heal, say, Maldivius's blindness, right? Her alignment is lawful, and his alignment is also lawful. So if she can get a 20, wow, on her skill check, on her spell check, then she can heal four dice worth of injury, which will be enough to heal the blindness from him. She can only do 4 on him if she rolls 20, because she is the same alignment as him. What about Groban the wizard? He is neutral. So for someone who's neutral, the adjacent alignment, she has to get 22 plus. Now her spell check is 1d20 plus 2. So if she rolled a natural 20 when she's healing Groban, that would be enough to heal him. No, but she gets -1 to all rolls today because of the disapproval. So that's actually impossible. So it's impossible to heal Groban, but it is slightly possible to heal Maldivius if she can roll 20. All right, so let's try and do it. All right, so her spell check is 1d20 plus 2. We'll just see what she gets. This is doing lay on hands to Maldivius to heal his blindness. She's rolled a 13, so that is plus 2 for her spell check, which is 15, but then -1 for the disapproval, which is 14, nowhere near 20. It has failed. Okay, and there's no point her trying to heal the blindness of Groban either. Okay, right, that is a shame. So we can't heal their blindness. We're just gonna have to wait for it to wear off. So basically the two guys, they're like, it sort of looks like if you were to like take a cover off a lantern in a dark room right up close to your face, and it would leave this sort of afterburn in your vision, wouldn't it? It looks like that, but way worse. And I think it may be fading away. We may be getting our sight back very slowly. It may be actually coming back. So that's good enough for the others, and they're like, all right, that sounds good. We think you're not gonna be permanently blinded and have to just become beggars on the city streets after this. So I think that uses up that turn. Although we've got the pile of money here, so we've got 1,100 silver pieces and then 2,000 copper pieces. So what is that? That is 3,100, and 100 coins is equal to 1 pip of encumbrance. So that would be 31 pips of encumbrance, right? Because it's 1,000, 1,000, and then 1,100. So 31 pips of encumbrance. I don't think we can carry that. They could tip them all into their backpacks. Orsiet would be able to carry 8 pips of that encumbrance. Groban would be able to carry 3, so that would be 11. Then Heaver would be able to carry 4, so that would be 15. And then Maldivius, he's hardly carrying anything actually. That would be 13. So that would be 25, 26, 27, 28, I think, doing that maths in my head. I could be wrong. 28 out of 31. Well, that's not too bad, actually, is it? And I think we're going to have to lead everyone out of the dungeon because of the blindness issue that we've got here. I mean, the blindness will wear off, won't it? So they could just sit around waiting for it. They're going to have to go through 2 wandering monster checks, whatever they do, anyway. So maybe they don't need to leave the dungeon, but they do want this money. All right, so I tell you what they'll do. They're going to leave the coins where they are, and I'll have to write that down on here. 1,100 silver pieces are in there. They're going to leave them all where they are, and I think they're going to go back to town. And maybe, because how many hours have they been here? They've been here 3 hours. Well, they don't have... I'm just trying to decide whether or not they're going to go back to town. They don't have to. They could carry on going, couldn't they? If they can wait out the blindness. That's the thing. They don't know. Role-playing this, right? If I was the GM and the 2 of the players were blinded, I wouldn't say, you think it's going to take about 4 turns, or 40 minutes for your sight to return, because how would they know that? Oh, we've got the giant ferrets with us as well. We've still got the giant ferrets from that fight. Where was that fight? I think it was there, right? How many turns were they summoned for? I think it's 2 hours, isn't it? It is 2 hours. So that would be there and there. So there is where the ferrets would leave. And the ferrets would actually have to do the reflex save, wouldn't they? They've got saving throws, reflex +2. Okay, it was DC 13. Let's just roll for them both at the same time. So ferret 1 will be the green and ferret 2 will be the yellow die. They need a 13 and they get a +2 to their roll. Okay, so ferret 1 makes it. He manages to dart away into a corner of the room. Ferret 2 isn't as fast, so he is blinded for 1d8 turns as well, which is 2 turns. That's not too bad. Okay. So the ferret would be from 1, 2. So that is F2. Ferret 2 becomes unblinded on that wandering monster check. Okay, that was quite complicated, because I wrote this down because I knew I was going to forget that we had these 2 summoned ferrets with us. I think it's 2 hours. I'm just going to rule that it is. Okay. Right. So with that out of the way, what are they going to do? Are they going to sit and wait? I think they're going to sit and wait for a bit. But do they want to be here in this secret room? Oh, well, it's a secret room. So if they close up the door, that should give us a better chance of not being detected, not being found by wandering monsters, because it's not guaranteed that the wandering monsters would know the whole layout of the dungeon and be able to get through a door as well. Like, some of them are like zombies. They wouldn't be just banging on a stone door, would they? Stone secret door that's hidden from them for ages until they broke it down, just in case there was people on the other side of it. Okay, so what we are going to do is, should we even allow a wandering monster check? Actually, that's interesting when we get to it here. Maybe we should just hole ourselves up. We seal up the door, and why don't we make it so that when we do these wandering monster checks while we're waiting for the blindness to go away, we roll a d20 instead of a d6, right? And on a 1, we will get a wandering monster. I'm going to rule that because we're in this secret room. It makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna wait it out now. Okay, we are gonna wait 10 minutes. 10 minutes pass. We're waiting another 10 minutes, and we will do the wandering monster check. So 12. No wandering monsters come. Ferret 2 begins to calm down. Ferret 2 was very agitated, running about, banging into things, and now he's calmed down. I think Heaver goes over to him, the ferret, and like waves her hand in front of his face, and he flinches and looks away. And so she realizes, yeah, look, this ferret can see again. He's lost his blindness. His sight has come back. I think you two are going to be all right. And there is much rejoicing. So they hang out in the secret room. They're sitting on the floor. Another 10 minutes goes by. Now we do another wandering monster check with a d20. 17, that is fine. And then Groban's sight returns, and he's like, I'm cured. I can see. Finally. And he immediately gets the scroll out of his backpack and reads it, and finds that it's got the spell Sleep, and it's also got the spell Protection from Evil on it, which he's very happy about. And he makes plans to, when they go back to town, try to learn the Sleep spell from it, and then keep the Protection from Evil scroll as a scroll that he can just use in battle at some point. Okay, then another 10 minutes goes by, and Maldivius's sight comes back as well. And he's like, I can see too, this is amazing. Let's get out of here. But what are we going to do about this money lying around? And the copper pieces as well. I think they're gonna leave it where it is, right? Or maybe what we should do is come up with a plan of consolidating it all in the secret room, and then when we do leave the dungeon, we'll get like a cart and a donkey or something back in town, and then we'll bring it back to the dungeon with us, and load up some sacks full of coins on it. And that is something, that's something we'll do when we've been back to town and come back. We're not going to mess with it right now. We could, let's see, we had the room in our backpacks to store 28 out of 31 encumbrance pips. So that would be 20 for all the coppers. We could move them all into the secret room. So I suppose if we do that, what we'll need to do is figure out how long that would take, and then make turns go by and do wandering monster rolls. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there for this episode, and next turn we're going to move all the money into the secret room and hide it there from the monsters, and then we will carry on methodically searching level 3 of the dungeon. So thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.